Okay, little wrap up. Otto Williams, SMS Audio, Behind the Unsigned, Fuse T. Am I missing anything else, Otto?
No, I think that you're on, man. We're trying to just touch colleges, as closely as possible. We
That's
really
what's
just want
up.
to get that tour going on because we have a few colleges interested already. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah, we got NYU who's interested. We got St. John's who's interested. We have UConn that's
We'd
interested.
love to get Princeton
We
down.
need Princeton.
Okay.
We
We'd
need
love to
Princeton.
do that.
I'll talk to somebody. I'll talk to somebody after the college break. But how was your experience on SRB Radio?
It was dope. It was nice to be around some people who really know and love hip hop.
That's what's up.
Important. You know what I mean? So we're coming out here from Connecticut, and we know it's totally worth it.
Yeah, and and that's what I was just about to add. I mean, I still can't believe I got guys that live in Philadelphia and in Trenton,
Yeah.
and I tell them to be here at a certain time, and they missed the whole interview. You guys came from all the way from Connecticut
Yeah.
and made it here on time,
Yeah.
and I respect that.
And we got lost. We went up. We took a little tour of Princeton. Walked up the. She was
Yeah,
freezing.
but
She
you
was
gotta
off.
play the end though. That's what it's about. You
We didn't know
play
where
the
we
end.
was at for a second.
Yeah, we
But
played-
You got here on time, though.
Yeah,
You definitely got here on time.
We
Now,
did that.
Otto, tell the story that you told on the air about your friend standing right next to you about his music and getting his music out there, and that's how the whole Behind the Unsigned started.
Yeah, me and Emmanuel, we go back since high school. You know what I mean? And before all this, I was always more of a fan of music. You know what I mean? And I loved hearing his music, especially he being an unsigned local artist. Like I wanted to be behind him from the same time that I'm front with people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he had gone away for a while, and then when he came back out, he was back to the music. And I met up with him. We just ran into each other at a local spot. We were talking a little bit, and I wanted to, be a part of what he was doing. He said he was putting together a tour, so me and him over at the studio to go ahead and support him, go from there. And then when I got over there, it was kind of like back and forth. You know what I mean? I had to run. He wasn't sure if I should come in the studio. And
Right.
then next thing you know, we're in the studio looking at all this music that had never hit the street. So we wanted to talk more about music being in the studio, being out on the street, and that's how we kind of started clicking.
Now, Manuel, you've been everywhere now. You've been performing. You've been on thisis50.com. How has your life changed any? Have you notoriety, more shows? Are you aspiring to get a record deal now, or like what's the whole
Man,
aspect behind it?
I'm working to get myself to a point where I'm doing what I love and it's paying the bills. I'm not at that point at this moment, even though that's not the ultimate gain. But for unfortunately for me to do what I love and do it to its fullest potential, I'm gonna eventually have to be paid for it because ain't nothing else, gonna pay the bills like that if I'm focusing 110% of my time
Right.
into this craft, into this art. You know what I mean? So, it's always been that fine line that I walk, whether should I focus on the music or should I be focused on the street getting money this way because the music ain't making it? Should I, all right, now I got a business, so my focus is that because the music ain't making it. But we're about to get to a transitional point where it's like, you know what, the music is gotta make it now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the journey I'm on right now. As far as notoriety and being recognized like that, I don't get it. I don't think I guess it happens once in a while, but it's nothing major at the moment.
Well, I know when I first started, I'm like, have you come up here before?
Yeah.
Are you from Philly? Are you from Trenton or something like that? Yeah. I was like,
Nah. I be thinking I
He
just
was
got
so
one
modest.
of those faces. You know what I mean? Probably just got one of those faces like I'd seen this guy somewhere. Nah, but it's a journey, man, and it's a learning experience as we go. As we go through this, we grow through this. You know what I mean? I'm changing as a man, and it's affecting me in different ways like that. And looking at it from a more business standpoint rather than just the love of the art, because the love and the art, it's not it's not all cracked up. It used to be correct. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not. I'm stumbling over my words right now.
No,
I can't
no,
find
you
the
good.
the right words to say it, but it's not what it used to be. You know what I mean? I said the other day, I think I put like a update or something. I was like, damn, people say like today's music ain't about talent, like it's something to be proud of, and I feel like that's sad to even hear somebody say that.
Right.
But sad be it is kind of true too.
Yeah,
You know what
you're
I mean?
right.
So we're just playing our part to kind of keep that real music alive and show what what we went through and what everybody else is going through, because it's similar. No matter how different it is, it's similar because we're beginning, the middle, and starting.
Yeah.
I mean, the end.
That's what's up. Now, Otto, let these artists know, man, that this is for real. Fuse TV, behind unsigned. I mean, what do they have to do in order to get in contact with you? I know, like, once they see this, they're gonna, yo, Phil, this, that, and the other. But how can they get in contact with you? Well, how can they go through me to get to you?
I would start off with just be present. You know what I mean? And when I say be present with your own music and putting it out there with your own social media. Be present with your fans. Be performing. You know what I mean? That's a key piece, because if we're interested in the music that you make, because talent is abundant in most artists out there. I'm not going to say that there's artists out there that have no talent. I'm saying there's more artists with talent that don't get heard,
Right.
versus artists with no talent and a bigger budget that get heard because they're going about it in a business mentality. They got the money. You know what I mean? Like, they have the money to do it. So my thing is be present, make relevant music, make your craft, hone your craft, make sure that it's sharp. And then on top of that, support. Because I notice, me personally, I go in and I notice the people who are supporting.
Right.
The people who support are the people who are first to get an email back, first to get an opportunity. Even if it's not, all right, you're going to be on the show right now. If we were going to a spot where we think it would be relevant for you, we'll pass that information on to make sure that you get into that spot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or we'll invite you down to BTU sessions to do an interview on the project because the project is dope. Because somebody else passed it over to us and said, yo, this is dope. We'll pass it over to This Is 50 and say, yo, this is kind of dope. You might want to put that out there. Like, we're trying to make sure that we're supporting people. So if you're supporting us, we notice that more than all the other artists that we get emails from. Because we get emails from all over.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they come in and like, yo, I think I'd be perfect this, and then we respond with why. And then it's more or less like, I made this project for me. Stop making projects just for you. Like, that's the biggest.
Yeah.
You can't make projects that are just for you. You'll get to a level where you can do that. But starting off and entertaining people is the foundation of it. Just why performing is the foundation of it. Having an entertainment video is the foundation of it. Making sure that your music is relevant, interesting, has a foundation to it. If you get those down, everything else is going to come.
That's what's up.
And we're going to follow you for it.
Now, how can people get in contact with you?
You can check at BTU_TV on Twitter.
Okay.
Behind the Unsigned, like us on Facebook. You know what I mean? Because I'm personally monitoring that myself.
Okay.
You can go ahead and send an email over to behindtheunsigned@gmail.com. And lastly, if you're supporting artists that are alumni to our show and pushing yourself at the same time, it's going to be hard for us to not notice you.
Okay.
Because there are a few people who do that and kind of put the ties together to be like, this guy was on season 1. I see that he's doing his thing. I like his music, and I tied in BTU, and I'm pushing my own music.
That's
If you do that, I'm going to take notice of that right off the bat, like that. You
Okay.
pay attention, that's how you get it right off the bat.
Hey, look, well, you heard it there first. I mean, look, 2014 is going to be real big. Now, I ended the last segment with Elder Sensei freestyling. Manuel, do you got something for me real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. Get a close up.
Good. I'm gonna give that man his face.
Well, where we trying to go with it? We just spitting something fly, just
Spit.
talking shit.
You can talk, do anything you want, yo.
Bars.
So bars.
Do some bars.
I'm a motherfucking monster, a man who real and different. Here to conquer, Manuel the magnificent, marching like Martin, make way for the movement, a marksman. My main aim is improvement. Homie, I'm ahead of my time like fine wine, cause I'm only getting better with time. Still writing, I don't need no pen or a pad. Still fighting hip-hop's own Tito Trinidad. CT to Puerto Rico, I'll slaughter your weak flow. Thug your son out, turn your daughter a freak hoe. Make you my e-ho, do no puede conmigo. Face the fact that you not better than me, bro. Crush your ego, quit kidding yourself. My CD you blow, your shit is sit on the shelf, don't be a joker. At best, you mediocre. Give it a few years, you'll fuck around and be a smoker. On the block, fiend out your brain. Silencer on the Glock, beamed out for aim. So I could quietly take your team out the game. Player, I know you're tight. You ain't got no feds. Can't even touch a hold of mic like you got no hands.
Oh wow! All right, a little freestyle. Oh, look, I want. Oh, go ahead.
You two came from some real stuff, man. It wasn't on
Yeah,
that, bubblegum rap.
and that's
None of that
you know,
bubblegum
that's
rap.
just some spitting braggadocious shit. But you know, I wouldn't want to say that's what I want to be known for. I really
Right.
want to be known for, like, you know, touching hearts and moving minds. You know what I mean? Like, I put a lot of myself into the music, and of course, you need the ignorant shit and the
Right.
braggadocious. That's all a part of
You
it.
got a story to
But-
tell.
But that's not what I'm about. You know
I
what
got
I mean?
you.
Because I mean, this is the first time me and you talking or meeting. Like, I wouldn't want to come off in that.
No,
what
no,
I'm
no,
about,
no.
you know what
I
mean?
totally
Because,
get it, man. I totally get
I
it.
make music, man. I make music, and it comes from the soul. So
That's
you know,
what's
I
up.
just want that to always shine through.
Hey, look, I want to thank you guys for coming in, man. You know, you traveled all the way from Connecticut.
Definitely.
That's a lot. Now, see, now if they could come from Connecticut with all this dedication, you local artists,
Y'all ain't got no excuse.
you got no
Yeah,
excuse.
y'all ain't got no
You ain't got no
Man,
excuse.
This is a grind, and it's a business, like he said earlier. And I think the biggest way to connect with another business is carry yourself in a professional manner.
Absolutely.
When you approach somebody like or whatnot, or even me, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I got a hustler's mentality, but I transform that into me actually having a business, something legitimate
Right.
that I'm living off of right
Right.
now. And I've been for a little bit over 2 years. You know what I mean? And the music is all tied up with it, so it's still a part of the journey. But it's helping me get to where I need to go. You know?
That's what's up. Look, man, I want to thank you guys for coming in. She was always so quiet. But look, I want to thank you guys for coming in, man. Behind the unseen, behind the unsigned, Fuse TV, SMS Audio. That's how they're doing it in 2014. Look, man, this is very serious. I mean, they're really in it for the artists and for the artwork. Well, not the artwork, but for the craft of the culture.
Everything.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you know, this is one outlet. This is one step of what's keeping hip hop alive. And to be honest with me personally, I think that you're going to see a change in hip hop in 2014. It's going to get back to the bars. It's going to get back to the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bars.
It's gonna get back to
always-
that
it always
essence.
repeats itself,
Always
man.
gonna be bars.
Exactly.
Also, if you want a fad right now, I guarantee